Mel has been around me a couple of times in private settings, and I've never attempted, tried, or even played with her like that. Got a lot of respect and love for Mel. So I play around, I say things, I laugh and shit like that. It's just my character to bother her. Nothing more, nothing less. So if you feel that way, cool. You can feel however you feel, but I'm here to answer you and say, no, that's not the type of time I'm on when it comes to Melissa Ford. I've been around her privately. She's met up with me. We've been in like never tried, never even played with her like that. No, not me. You got the wrong. My character is to bother her because Mel can speak for herself, but Mel used to confide in me in the beginning. I can share this with y'all as far as like she doesn't know how to. I can share, but this is for the behind the scenes JBP that they got coming out. But she just in the beginning, like it was she just getting. Yeah. So whatever I'm doing, she'll answer it one day or what I'm doing or why she was fine with it because it's just my way of making her more comfortable, and I'll leave it at that.
Queenzflip calls out Melyssa Ford for not holding him down. Queenzflip and Melyssa Ford had an interesting exchange, one that had been brewing for a while and reveals that not everything might be cool between the two parties. For those of you that don't know, Queenzflip and Melyssa Ford have an up and down relationship. Queenzflip would initially position Melyssa Ford as his sister, someone he would hold down, and even did skits with her. But as time went on, it appeared that the two weren't as close as things appeared, especially when Cameron would react to Melyssa Ford's statements about him possibly being in a house with underage girls.
So tough, man. Watch your fucking mouth. Big OG in the building today. Big OG in the building today.
Well, instead of holding her down, Queenzflip would distance himself from Melyssa Ford and instead prioritize his relationship with Cameron by going on his YouTube channel and doing poetry as opposed to actually holding Melyssa Ford down. It was kind of wild only because of all of the family language Queenzflip had used when talking about Melyssa Ford. Well, that seemed to cause a chasm between the two, and eventually Melyssa Ford would start to let her feelings known about Queenzflip, especially when she talked about, how Queenzflip acts like a child and doesn't know how to handle business. This was all on a Patreon episode, and you kind of saw that Melyssa Ford was way more eager to let her thoughts be known. Well, on the last episode, Queenzflip would start it off by saying, "Hey, Melyssa Ford, you never held me down. When people say I make you feel uncomfortable, you never come to my defense.
You won't come on and say, yo,
Shouts to Cameo.
I love Flip. That's my brother. He don't make me feel uncomfortable.
Now, Flip is talking about, certain comments that he made about Melyssa Ford holding it down when it came to sexual abuse that she had gone through, and he asked the question inappropriately on air, and it was really awkward. Well, a lot of fans noticed that and started to call him out for it, but Melyssa Ford did not come rushing to his defense, and Queenzflip called her out. And what was interesting about this is Melyssa Ford did not give a damn, toying with his emotions and making him look utterly stupid. Now, this is an interesting twist to this whole thing because I don't think Melyssa Ford cares for Flip like that, at least anymore. I mean, remember when he wore those Cameron socks? This was after the back and forth with Cameron, and if I remember, she told Flip that looked absolutely crazy, and I don't think Flip can read the tea leaves and decipher that. She's not rocking with him like that. I think that the two are just, co-workers. There's nothing beyond that, nothing more, nothing less. Flip likes to big her up, give her the five, that coworker five, and it just seems like she's always like squeamish around him, like, ugh, get this dude off me, get this dude away from me. Ugh. So this is an interesting turn. I mean, the two originally were brought on to the podcast because Ice and Ish hit a ceiling, and it really felt as if they could no longer be entertainers So Joe Budden repositioned the podcast and brought in two people with their core fan bases that he could add on to the podcast. And it did help for a while, and the two were pretty cool with each other. But as time went on, I think their working styles began to clash, and all of that front-facing camera chemistry turned out to be a facade. But let me know what you think. How do you feel Melyssa Ford care? Do you think she really cares about her dynamic with Flip? I think, this is just reckless speculation, I think when Queenzflip was gone, a lot of people were happy. They wouldn't say it, but they were probably excited to finally be able to get their thoughts off. Finally be able to not have to deal with someone maybe interjecting. Now, I'm not saying Flip is bad. I thought him on the last episode was pretty good. But things seem to be changing. I think the dynamic between Queenzflip and Melyssa Ford is something I'll be studying moving forward. Alright, y'all. Follow me on Instagram, The Stop TV. Follow me on Twitter, The Stop TV. This is Danny from The Stop. Peace.